Okay, so what we're going to do, let's read this passage. So this report researched whether a new sports centre should be constructed in Region X. Market research suggests that there is little popular demand for another sports centre in the area. However, very few people in the region use sports facilities to improve their health. The government is trying to encourage more personal responsibility for health and fitness. A sports centre would be useful in promoting this objective. People in the area are not aware of health issues and are not interested in sport. There may be government subsidies available. So, do we know what this person's point of view is? Can we identify? So here we are. Should be constructed in region X. So this is his position. And how does he argue it? What do you notice? Yeah, so where do you notice it? So let's look at this. So the report researched whether a new sports centre should be constructed in X. So this is telling you the position. It researched whether it should happen. He hasn't stated it should or shouldn't yet. It's just saying this is what we did. Yeah. 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 Okay. So what sentence is telling you what he thinks? The last three, but which one specifically? Well, that's identifying problems. It's still useful. Oh, subsidies. Subsidies means, let's go. Subsidies is when someone, in this case the government, gives money to help pay for the cost of something. So this is financial help. Financial. Yeah, so for example, if the cost of a sports lesson is £20, the government might subsidise £5 of it. So you pay 15 and the government pays 5, and that makes up the cost. It's like financial help. Yeah. So now this is what he's suggesting. But what's he done in the previous sentences? Yeah. Yeah. Problem. Do you think it's a valid reason? But do you think this writer has actually thought about that? I would say, yeah. I mean, it's a nice idea, but currently we've got a problem. Market research, that's the research, the evidence tells us that there's little popular demand. If there's little demand, then there isn't money. For another sport, yes, for another, and here we go, another. So why would you add a second? Yeah, yeah. So why would you build? So the question is, why would you build another one if the one in the area already is not being used? Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, potentially. Potentially. Um, Although what I question is, even though it said another sports centre, we don't know how many people use that one. But in the next sentence, very few people in the region use sports facilities to improve health. So that's why I'm like, well, maybe they don't even. Yeah. And if it's going, the government is trying to encourage more personal responsibility for health and fitness. Okay, well, what other options are there, you could say? Yeah. What? Exactly. Exactly. So here what you're seeing is we have broken down this short paragraph, which has put a position across. Do you think it's a weak or a strong? Hmm. But what has the writer done? Well, he's saying we should do it anyway. Yeah. Yes, exactly. And here, do you realise when yeah, that's an interesting idea. Yeah, I think potentially that you might be right there. And what tells you that? Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what assumption is he making about the people? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is exactly right. So who do you think this paragraph was written for? Well, let I think yeah, potentially investors. Let's see, audience. Who? Because what's this? Even though we've got lots of negative or against evidence, he is saying, well, a sports centre could be useful or would. It's not even could. It's would. So even though there's lots of against evidence, and there are other options that he could talk about that would create a much stronger argument, he's saying even though everything points against us, we could do it anyway because people aren't aware of health issues or not interested in sport. There may be government subsidies available. So he's saying, well, it probably won't make any money, but the government will help. That's the suggestion. Yeah. And it's at the end as well. And it's just like thrown in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like, oh, and this could help. Well, probably, but it is amazing how much bad writing there is in the world. It is amazing. And the place I got this from, I'll find that I think this is an actual piece of text. I'm not sure, but it is amazing how much bad writing there is. And it's amazing what you can find in newspapers as well. So yeah, so this is why we're going through this process, because you can do it in everything. Okay, so that's that one. We're going to look at one more.
Thanks for joining me in today's class. If you'd like to know more about essay writing, I have a whole blog series all about how to write an essay, but not just that, how to brainstorm the question, plan, research, and once you've written the essay, how to proofread and edit it. If you've got a question, don't forget to leave it in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss a video ever again. Good luck with your studying, and I'll see you in the next one.